to my channel. So today I just want to do a get ready with me. I'm going to do my makeup anyway. So I thought I would just film a video. It's just going to be a good old chatty little get ready with me. I don't even have topics to talk about. It's like an impromptu one. I've just done my hair, washed, and so yeah, it's time to put something on this bare skin. And I have no idea what makeup to use. I'm going to use some of my Strop My Stash, some of my Project Pan. But in terms of eyeshadow, I don't know. But I'm thinking purpley pink. So I did my makeup yesterday and I had to wipe it all off. It was the eye makeup. It was atrocious. And I also went into my Gloss Gods bronzer. This is a liquid bronzer and it was quite scary. So we're going to do that again today, maybe test it out again. I've never had issues with this, but yesterday it was looking a little bad. So yeah, there's just a few things that I want to test out a little bit more. We're going to go into my vitamin C from Garnier because the sun is kind of trying to peek through the clouds at the moment. So I figured, you know, let's be safe. Let's put on our sunscreen. I'm also still somewhat dry, but I've been using some different skincare items and I've noticed when I don't use them, my skin looks pretty dry. And then when I do use them, it's looking a little bit better. So who knew? If you use your skincare, your skin's gonna look better. I didn't know that. So anyway, I am actually filled with anxiety, which is like come at an interesting time. Sorry, I've just done this and I don't want to get makeup all in my hair. That's another thing that I've noticed. I know I'm flipping around, but that's another thing I've noticed. My hair, I don't know if it's going to be noticeable because my lighting is different in every video, but my hair has been very light again. We sat out in the sun a couple of days. It did literally almost rain every single day when my parents were here. I think I've mentioned that, but there were a couple of days where we were able to sit out in the sun for a good few hours. And I think the sun has just brought my hair back to what it was before because I've lost a lot of the darkness that the hairdresser added on. But you know what? I don't know. Maybe she didn't put enough on. I still see my baby lights, but it's a lot brighter, I'm noticing, and actually a little bit more red than it was initially. So I think it's just faded out. I'm not mad about it, but I have noticed that in videos it's looking very light. Oh yeah, so back to my anxiety. Let's not skip over this. So I've just been feeling a little anxious. I don't know what it is. I'm going to go into this palette, the Geodes from What's Up Beauty, and I'm going to go into a Lava. So basically, I think I know what it is. I am officially part-time now, right? I was initially wanting to just let's put on, I'm all over the place. Let's put on Beauty Bay Eye Base just because why not? Let's try to make this last a little bit. So as of yesterday, I have been part-time, so I've been working just half days. And I agreed to this. You know, last week I came back from my little vacation, time off, and I was like, you know what, I think I'm ready to go part-time if you still want me to go part-time, or, you know, honestly happy to leave. I've been very flexible about this whole situation. Obviously, my ultimate goal is to leave my job. But I've agreed to like be part-time for the, you know, the near future. I wouldn't say foreseeable future, but I'd say near future because, you know, there's still quite a bit of training to do and just like handover stuff. But quite honestly, like a lot of the bulk work I've handed over. So I'm just really like overseeing stuff, making sure things don't, you know, crumble. And I think I'm just feeling kind of weird because I'm off work now. It's the afternoon. I'm working mornings. I mean, I can be flexible. I can do whatever hours I want, but I decided to just do mornings this week. I might switch it around next week. I don't know, but I am feeling like, oh my God, it's getting close to it. I'm excited too because I'm allowed this time. And I can be guilt-free about it, obviously, because I'm not being paid to work. So like, you know, who cares? But at the same time, there is a part of me that's like freaking out about money. If you're not familiar with the conversation about this whole thing, a few months ago, I mentioned it in a video, but like this has been since back in September that I basically said that I wanted to quit my job and have some free time to myself, be with my son more. I was able to pick him up yesterday from school, but because I worked in the morning, I didn't drop him off, but I was there in the morning to see him off and surprise him by picking him up, and I'll probably do the same today. So I don't know, I'm feeling so many emotions. It's what I want, and it was more for me to clear my mental space, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I like to have money, and so, you know, I make my own money. We rarely like share money, my partner and I, like we have different bank accounts and stuff. We've been together for like 13 years, but we still don't have a shared account. I don't know why. It's not that we don't want it, we've just been lazy and just haven't done it, and so it is what it is. But I'm putting myself in this situation on purpose, and I do have money saved, obviously, but I also know that that really should be for a rainy day. I just know that I needed to take a step back from my mental health. I have been so miserable the last few years, and I think a lot of my anxiety has come from work. Now, obviously, I'm feeling anxious now because of the money situation, which I'm not, like, everything's fine right now, but I'm just worried for the future. Like, that's where my worry comes from. And it's not like, oh, I lost my job because my employer, like, got rid of the role, or I got fired or replaced. I'm putting myself in this situation as opposed to somebody putting me in this situation. I'm the one that's been in control about this. Like, literally, my employer doesn't want me to leave. You know, I think that's why they've just like convinced me to be part-time for a little bit, because they are hoping that I change my mind and I don't leave, which is fine, fair enough. I think for some reason I'm feeling like I want to go into this shade, which is Rhodonite. So we're going to do that. I'm wondering if any of you have been in a situation where you want to take a step back from work, and you do because for some reason maybe you're able to. How do you deal with the like worry moving forward? I don't know. I'm suddenly like in my head, and I'm thinking, you know, is this the right move for me and my family? Should I be doing this? Am I being like super selfish? I also do like to have money. I like to have spending money. I like to buy stuff. Don't we all, you know, if we have that luxury? And so I think in a way I've been very privileged in my situation, and I still am because I have this flexibility, but I'm also like filled with anxiety right now. I'm still young, so I'm just thinking like, is this what I should be doing? Is this what I should be doing? But then at the same time, you know, I have one person on either side of my shoulder, right? And so the other person on my shoulder is like, this is going to clear your mind. This is what you want. You want to spend more time with your son. Like, there was so many pros to me doing this. And now that we're here and on the cusp of a change, you know what it is? It's change. Whenever there's change in life, there's always this, you know, leap of faith in a way. And typically, I've always loved change. I've moved around so much in my life, and I've loved it so much because I like to have a different experience. I like to live in different places. And, you know, we've been here for 3 years now, so I'm getting like itchy feet. And maybe it's like, we're not going to move anytime soon, but maybe the change that I'm itching for is this change, right? But then I think, is it a big enough change? Is it going to quench my thirst in a way, or is it going to create more issues further down the line that I personally put us in? You know, I will be the one responsible for putting us in a bad situation if that is the case. So doesn't any of this make sense? I think I'm just anxious. I think I'm just scared. All right, we're gonna go into the Gloss Gods Gal and Mars. So the reason I did like orange and this sort of pink. I think it's pink. I don't know. It's because this color story, I feel like matches those tones so perfectly. And I've barely gone into this. So we're going to swatch some things. I'm going to swatch Mayjay because this one's calling to me just looking at it. And ooh, that is pretty. Pink, but that has that orange. I'm wondering if that is going to be the right one to put. You know what? Let's just do it. You only live once in this life, and then maybe you'll come back. But in this life, we live once, so gotta keep plucking along. I think the good thing is that, like, in my head, I'm like, you're young. A lot of women who are fortunate enough can take time off anyway when they have kids and stuff. And in a sense, I could just look at it as I'm doing that. I didn't take the time off that I needed after having my son. I was back at work after 2 months, and I just don't think that is a healthy thing for any woman to go through because it is quite a traumatic experience. It can be. It certainly was for me. I didn't really give myself any time to grieve my past life because your life changes literally overnight and never be the same again. So I didn't really realize that. I was naive. I mean, everyone knows that, but then until you go through that, you're pretty naive to how big the change is going to be. So that was one thing. The trauma of it. Also, I couldn't see any nurses. I've spoken about this before, but I couldn't see any nurses because it was 2020. So, you know, that was not going to happen. And I'm going to go into Big Bang. And I'm going to put this in my, ooh, look at that purple. I'm going to put this over here. Just using this kind of as like a deepening shade, but it's still pretty. So in a sense, I can just kind of try to convince myself, you know, I'm doing this because I'm trying to play catch up with myself. I don't think I've dealt with the trauma of what really happened. I don't think I have, because I don't think I've allowed myself to, because I don't think I've been able to, you know, or talk it out to anyone who is A, professional, or B, would understand what it is I went through. Like I am not going to go talk about it on this video or on the internet because it is deeply personal to me, you know, and I don't want to scare anybody. Let's go into the Let's Pop. This is also from Gloss Gods. I wasn't trying to do all Gloss Gods, but I really want to put this in my inner. So I think I'm going to go into Pop Quiz, which is from memory very pretty. So I'm going to go into this. Ooh, it's a really chunky shade. I'm wondering if that's going to make a mess. I mean, that looks like it's going to make an absolute mess, but let's do it. Oh yeah, made a mess already. Oh, it's so funny. So I'm going on a tangent now, but my son loves to make a mess, as every child does, but he thinks it's hilarious because he will literally, like, he will spend a good 30 minutes laying out all his toys on the floor. Then he will run up to me, not my partner, but me, because it's become like a routine. And he's like, make a mess. And then I'm like, oh, you made a mess. So then I go look to see what mess he made. And I'm like, oh, you made a mess. And then he cackles and laughs his head off. And he is the funniest, cutest little laugher. Oh my goodness. I never knew somebody could have the cutest little laugh, but it's like a little routine now. We do it every single day, more than once, but usually it's like before bed. He's like making a mess because he's just been copying me because I'm like, you're making a mess. And so whenever obviously someone says make a mess, he thinks it's hilarious. So anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so taking time off for me personally has been just something that I felt I needed, but also didn't really financially have the ability to do. And now I'm doing it and I'm really freaking out about it. Obviously I have plans. Like I will continue to post. It would be nice to have my channel grow a little bit more, make a little bit more money off of this since I won't be making money off of it. of anything else, but also I just want to have that freedom to like reset my brain and figure out what on earth I want to be doing with my life, because certainly what I'm doing right now at work is not something that I want to be doing. So what is it that I really want to do? I'm just going to go into my Wet n Wild. This is in my shop, my stash, and we'll go back to the eyes. I just want to do my face a little bit. Also, if my mental health doesn't get better, then I know it wasn't the job. You know what I mean? Because I have been saying for the longest time, it's the job. And you know what? I might be wrong. Who knows? I might be wrong. I don't know. I cleaned all my brushes, so I'm super excited to do my makeup. I might be wrong, but I do think that it's definitely been a factor for me, and we'll just have to wait and see, right? We're just gonna have to wait and see how I do. I think I'm scared because it's gonna be so liberating. I think for the most part though, I'm literally just kind of terrified about the money situation. Not that we will manage, it just be a lot different, because I will lose my independence in a way, because I'll lose my income. So I kind of mentioned in a video that I've been like posting a little bit more. This week, since I've been back from my week off, I have posted less, like reels and stuff, but just let me know, like, are you getting tired of the amount of uploads? Because I've basically gone from 3 days a week to 4, 5 days a week. And I'm going to try to keep that up, but I'm not going to be weird about it, whereas if I don't post, it's not the end of the world. But I also don't want to annoy people with how many times I'm posting, because I know that can be a little bit overwhelming and annoying. Also, like, if I just feel like I don't have a video, then I won't post. So you let me know if it's something that you have enjoyed. I don't know. It would be nice. I'm going to go into my Technic, because I actually haven't spoken about this on camera, but I have used it a few times now. And the last time that I used it, my under eyes looked really nice. I don't know if they're going to look as nice today, because I feel like they always look generally terrible in videos. I just don't know what I'm doing when I do these get ready with me's, but it is what it is. Generally though, but I think I've kind of enjoyed it. I did this and I used a brush, because I definitely have a lot of wrinkles under my eyes. They've just exploded. Where did they come from? Who knows? I mean, obviously age is a factor, but oh my God, this is like crazy. It just feels like I've aged so much in a year, and I'm not happy about it. So yeah, this is what I did yesterday. I kept it pretty minimal and I kind of enjoyed it. I think I actually had a little bit more on yesterday, but I think maybe a brush is the best way to go, because it can evenly distribute. I think when I go in with my sponge, it tends to be a little scary at times, because I think I obviously put most of the product here and it just doesn't look good. It don't look good on me. Okay, we're gonna set. I'm gonna use the Made by Mitchell. This I think is definitely my favorite. I did rank it as my favorite when I was going through all of my powders, but I just think it is a favorite of mine. I think it's just light enough and thin enough that it doesn't create a massive issue under my eyes. So we're gonna go with it. Like you can see I have like a lot, but it actually doesn't look too bad today. Some videos I'm looking back when I'm editing and I'm like, oh my goodness, that looks scary, because I swear I don't feel like I look like that in real life. So maybe it's the lighting, I don't know. Okay, we're gonna try this again. I don't know. I was really not happy with this yesterday. It is such a little poopy color. Maybe it's the color that's a little bit wrong. I also think I put way too much on yesterday because I had to blend it out a lot, because I had basically forgotten how pigmented it was. So we're just gonna use that. Which brush should I use? This one maybe? Yeah, I use this one. Maybe this is the wrong brush. All right, we'll try it anyway. Is this the brush? This feels dirty, yeah. All right. Kind of matches my eyeshadow, right? Like you look at it there and it's like, oh my God, that's scary, but it does kind of blend out. I don't know. I haven't done my bronzer ranking yet, and I wouldn't have ranked this low initially, but I'm just thinking that, I don't know, it's getting a little scary. So who knows? All right. I'm wondering if this dries. Oh yeah, this dries fast. Okay. I need to be quicker. Yeah, I think it's like a poopy color, right? I'm not sure I like this color. What do you guys think? This is like a poopy color. I have way less on this side than this side. This side I have too much. Now I have to make it even. I mean, when you blend it out, it's okay, but it's definitely a choice. I'm not sure it's my favorite. Go back over with this, diffuse it. Yeah, and it seems like it's all patchy over here. I don't feel like I've ever had bad experience with this up until yesterday and today. So it's good to know. I don't know, let me know if you've tried it. Maybe it's just the wrong color, but I feel like it's the lightest color that they have. It might not look so bad on camera, to be fair. I think I fixed it as much as possible. Okay, so this dark shadow is hitting my lid up here, so I do want to like get rid of that because that's not pretty. Okay, what do we want to do? I want to put something under here. I've been really enjoying putting eyeshadow under here. So let's think. Let's put a matte down. I think we're going to go back into the Let's Pop and we're going to use this bright orange right here. So like such like a neon color. And then I'll put a shimmer on top of it from the other palette. It's like a highlighter. It's so much fun. It's a pretty thin formula though. I have to say, like, this is definitely my least favorite Gloss Gods palette. I just think it's not the same quality as some other others. So it's definitely a chopping block because you can see that color is not super opaque. Anyway, we're going to go into this and I'm going to try. I'm wondering if this is going to be too dark. Maybe I'll go into something else. Maybe I'll use my Singe Beauties. Yeah, it might be nice actually to go into Space Dust. I think we're going to do that. What do we think? It's not my favorite look in the whole world. It really isn't. I'm wondering if I should go into Encounter and put that in the inner corner. Let's try to do that. Ooh, that's definitely pretty. I lost a tiny bit of this, so I just want to put that back in there because I do like that there's a pop of that and then it kind of goes into the gold. Is that weird? That could be a little weird, but I like it. Fun. I'm just going to use the brush that I used. Which one was this one? The brush that I used to go into this shade. I'm just going to put that a little bit under here. I would like to try one of these Essence blushes because I've tried the pink one, but then I have a mauve one and a peach one. I'm thinking we gotta go with the peach. This is the Baby Got Blush and it's the shade 40. I haven't done anything with this one, so I don't even know. Oh my gosh, way too much. Oh, nice. Okay, let's just do that because I don't remember how pigmented these are. Oh, not super pigmented. I think I could do more. This is where the blush blindness comes in. I'm looking down here because my mirror is down here, so apologies if that's annoying. I didn't realize if I've even been in the camera at all, or I keep going like this, right? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, so we're just gonna do a little bit more. It's very light. It's actually surprisingly light. I thought it would be a little bit more pigmented, but I'm not complaining because then I'm not making an absolute mess of it, right? Very blushy. I want to go back in. I don't like having it too far down here, but I always do that. I think I'm going to go into the Glamshop Baked Bronzer because I am still not liking this bronzer. So we're just going to, I just feel like I should have said it because I don't think that blush looked that good on top of it. All right, so this is something I picked up. This is Essence. Told you I got a lot of Essence. This is an inner eye brightening pen, but I'm going to put it in my waterline because I did this the other day and I thought it looked quite nice. So we're just going to brighten this a little bit. Is there a difference between that one and that one? Can you spot the difference? I feel like you can. I think it'd be really nice to know what kind of videos you want to see. I know obviously panning content is very popular, but what other videos would you want to see that I could maybe do over the course of the next month? If you have any idea, then let me know. All right, I'm going to set my face with this Technic. This is the translucent finishing powder. I was putting this all under my eyes and I don't think it works. So maybe it's just for the face because it was giving me bags of bags and bags. But I feel like maybe it's just not for that. So we're just gonna put it all over the face. Do I dare? Do we do a red? I think let's do a red. Why not? This is the NYX Line Loud. This is not new. This needs to be sharpened. Oh, I know what lip we can use. Oh, I know. All right, well, because we went for a very bright red, I think we have to use this. Let's just go for it. So this is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink. I kind of hate these, but I love this color. This is the shade Heroin, and look at that. How could you not? Huh? Oh, wow. All right, I'm just gonna sit here and let it dry. All right, this is almost dry. We're gonna go into the coasting shade from ColourPop. This is the Super Shock Shadow, I can't speak. The Super Shock highlighter that I have been trying to finish for 3 years now. And you know what? She's still going. She's still going. Yeah, it is what it is. All right, so here's the final look. I'm actually loving this look. I need to be more colorful. The lips are a little crazy. It's funny because I'm wearing Invisalign and so it's getting stuck to the plastic of my Invisalign, which I do not want. All right, anyway, that is the video for today. I'm sorry it wasn't very interesting. It was me just trying to voice a few of my concerns and like what I've been feeling recently, which are all my fault because I put myself in this situation. But I'm hoping that, like, let's say 3-4 months from now, I will be feeling a lot differently. There's always an escape plan. So I have been told that I can always go back to my job if I want to. So if it all kind of crumbles and I'm desperate for money, I can come crawling back. They've said that multiple times. And, you know, so that in itself, I have a little bit of a safety net. But I think personally, I'm just still worried, and just because I'm putting myself and my family in this situation. You know, we're just gonna have a little bit less money and I'm just feeling anxious about it. So let me know if you kind of know what I'm talking about. Obviously, this is somewhat of a unique experience, but a lot of people do decide to change their life, quit their jobs, and like go into different directions in life. So like if you have any piece of advice to quench the anxiety, that would be great. But otherwise, yeah, thank you so much for watching and sticking around and just sitting with me while I do my makeup. That was very, very nice of you. And I hope you're all doing really, really well. And I'll see you next time. Bye.